Hey everybody, welcome. Gonna be going towards the show. There we go. Hey, welcome to the Art of Relationships show, everybody. It's Wednesday, 8 o'clock, kicking it off. And as everybody can see, or maybe you can see, whatever, I have all these bags under my eyes. I look tired, okay? I am tired. Been a long week. Not a bad week. It's just been a long, busy, nonstop week. So we all have that. And even when we have these bad week, not bad weeks, busy weeks, maybe you are having a bad week, okay? I'd love people to be able to tune in, excuse me, and understand. Tonight I'm going to be talking about connection, okay? When do you feel the most connected to your person, to your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, okay? And as people are joining in on TikTok, I appreciate it, Instagram, all over the place. Hey, Jeff, is that Jeff Home? Hey, what's going on, man? I appreciate you tuning in. It's been a long time. I hope everything's going smooth for you. I miss talking to you. I miss hanging out downtown, and I appreciate you joining in, man. So I'm talking about connecting in your relationship, and as I talk about every episode of the show, okay, I talk about this does not replace actual professional counseling that I do in my office, and the office is actually right behind from me. I'm doing the show from my office tonight. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. Taylor, Brandy, Joseph, I appreciate you tuning in. So even though I give a topic tonight, going to be talking about connecting and when do you feel the most connected to your person, okay? And regardless of the topic of the show, I tell people, throw your questions at me, okay? Every episode of the Art of Relationships show is a Q&A too. So it does not have to be a question relating to the show topic, about connecting. It can be anything regarding dating, relationships, living together, marriage, intimacy, sex, that type of thing. Throw your questions out and I'll do the best I can to be able to help people out. So share on your timeline, on your pages, people. Whatever works for you. I want to get as many people involved, and I'm all about, my passion is always about helping as many people out there I can to have a great, healthy relationship, okay? So, and that varies for everybody else, okay? What is healthy, what is a happy relationship or marriage is different to everybody, okay? Jackie Ho, Baldy McGee. So we look at, with your relationship that, when do you feel the most connected? Okay. I ask people of, they've been together. It could be a couple months. It could be year. It could be 20 years, 30 years, that type of situation. Okay. So I look at, hey, Jenny, what's going on, man? I appreciate you tuning in as well. When do you feel the most connected to your person? And some people, it's different. When I ask this, it does not mean you have to match up with each other. One person could, I feel the most connected when we're laying in bed watching TikTok, okay? Or, watching Netflix, whatever it is, watching a movie. Another person is, I feel more connected when we're doing, maybe bowling together or maybe, taking a drive. Everybody is different, and it's not a right or wrong. And that's where I want you both to be able to look at, to ask each other, hey, when do you feel the most connected to me? And it could be, we could even break this down. When do you feel the most connected, emotionally, mentally, or sexually as well, okay? Intimately. When do you feel the most connected, the safest? And some people it's during intimacy when you're making sweet love to your person, the eye-to-eye contact, those type of situations, okay? So again, everybody is different. And I'd love to hear from the viewers out there, when do you feel the most connected to your person? Maybe it is. Maybe it's a hug. Maybe it's watching the kids play a sport or give a dance recital, music or voice recital. Again, everybody is different. And that's where I want people to understand it's okay to be different. It doesn't have to match everybody else, okay? Most people know, listen to the show. My clients know, excuse me, couples know that, it's very individualistic. And that's my approach, is looking at what works for each individual, each couple, that helps you feel more connected emotionally, mentally, and physically, okay? So I'd love to hear your comments out there. Please join in and let me know, when do you feel the most connected to your person, okay? Maybe it's taking a shower together. Maybe it's taking a bath together. Like I said, maybe some people feel the most connected when you're cleaning the house together, doing a home improvement project. Again, it's all over the place, okay? But the more you know this, the more you can teach your person what works for you. Hey, you know what? I know my person feels more connected when we're doing this. So, hey, do I want to do this more so she feels, or he feels more connected? Whatever works for your person, okay? So also, it could be about, what else could make you feel connected, okay? That's where I'd like to know. When was the last time that you not only made each other feel connected? A lot of people, I felt so connected 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I get that. And it's sad for me because you're not feeling connected on a weekly basis, right? I would love to be able to, have you feel connected on a daily basis, but I'm realistic, okay? I get, kids, work, maybe work in different shifts. Maybe it's not practical, but you can even make each other feel more connected to one another with a simple text. I miss you. I love you. Maybe spank you later if that works for you. And I talk about even being connected. How do you make each other feel connected emotionally, mentally? And everybody jumps to the intimacy. I'm all for it, right? Woohoo, the intimacy, making sweet love, that type of thing. But to be able to look at and understand what works for you so you can teach your partner. And also that you, encourage your partner to teach you what works for her or him in that manner, okay? Maybe it's just listening to each other about each other's day, right? Maybe a lot of people, like I said, we get in the hustle and bustle with kids, with work. Hey, Jessica, appreciate you tuning in. And again, people, please, I'd love to, share the Art of Relationship show. Share this episode on your page, timeline, wherever you're viewing the show from. And I encourage people to ask questions. I encourage people, that's what the show is about. It's a Q&A, not only about the topic I'm talking about, okay? I'm in a tough spot. He never listens. Just feeling defeated. Now, I'm sorry to hear that. And like I said, I'm not going to, unless people give me permission to use their names, I respect your privacy, okay? I respect your, your being anonymous and just respecting your privacy, okay? So, viewing from New York, Buffalo, I appreciate you tuning in. But when you never feel listened to, just feeling defeated, and it's very difficult. First, I'm all about people talking about going to your partner, okay? Being able to speak from maybe the hurt and the pain, not the anger. And people talk about maybe reference as far as feeling attacked instead of going to each other. Hey, you know what? It hurts me. I don't feel important. I feel like, you know what? You never listen to me or hear what I have to say. And it sort of makes me sad. It hurts me. Hurts my feelings. I don't feel important or loved when you don't listen to me. So that's how I would go approach it, okay? And Then you have to look at, if that doesn't ever change and your person is still not listening, then you have to start looking at, if you don't feel, loved, respected, desired, if that's important to you, you don't feel appreciated, a priority, or heard. And then I would seek out professional help, okay? Professional, someone that's equipped, very, what do I want to say, experienced working with couples in that situation, okay? So that's where I want people to be able to understand and look at. You can try and bring this up, and hey, it's at a point where I think we need professional help, okay? So, yes, I feel like I've been talking to him and venting for so long, pouring my heart out. No, I'm sorry. He says he will change, but never does. And I hear this a lot, and it's heartbreaking, okay? Yeah, he's not a super angry person. Oh, he's just a super angry person up and down. It's like two different people. Then I would suggest, does he need to see somebody? Would he be willing to see a counselor, whatever, to maybe, if something's going on, if there's depression. I'm just looking at things to look at. I can't say, like I said, the Art of Relationship show, this does not replace professional counseling. I'm looking at situations to be able to look at, is there grief issues, anxiety, depression going on? We could look at possibly bipolar issues, looking at, and if that doesn't change, then you need to be able to look at, what do you do for you? I'm all about self-love and self-respect, and I'm not about people, being in a toxic situation or being miserable their whole life, okay? So that's where I want to look at to help. But if he won't go, I understand that. It's hard. Then I would ask, hey, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of, it's hard. I get it. It's hard talking to somebody. It's hard to talk to a stranger about this situation, but I love you. I care about you, and I want you happy. I want what's best for you. And it's also, hey, can you do this for me, for us? Not manipulation, not guilt trips. So you need to be able to look at that. And being married, I get that. It's tough to walk away, but feeling like I need to. And this is where you need to be able to look at what is happening and what is going on to you. I'm all about self-love and self-respect. So if your person is unwilling to get the help, there really isn't anything to do. And I tell people, ultimatums, they don't work for other people. They can work for you. Hey, you know what? I can go ahead. You can do whatever you want or don't do whatever you want to help us and help our marriage and help yourself. But that doesn't mean, I'm still going to be here. You know what? You can do, it's like somebody says, I'll give you an ultimatum to, you ever cheat again, I'm gone, I'm whatever. You can say, hey, do whatever you want, but I'm just not going to be around. I'm not going to be with someone that cheats. I'm not going to be with somebody that does this, that's abusive, that's whatever. So you can be able to look at yourself to, set an ultimatum to you and to be able to set boundaries. I can't even, I'm not about forcing people to do something they don't want to do. I'm looking at, what do you do to, is it fear-based? Are you scared? I get that. Nervous, afraid of failure, embarrassed. I'm all about that aspect. So that's where I would go with that. And I hope that helps. So I'm going to, happy Wednesday, handsome man. Have an amazing day filled with joy and love. I appreciate that. Handsome? I don't know about that today. Like I said, I got bags under my eyes. I look like I haven't slept in 2 days. I don't know. My hair's not brushed today. No, I wish I don't have hair. So I look at, going back to those situations, the best we can do is looking at, I thank you. I thank you for your question too, okay? So I'm all about people being happy and healthy, but I'm all about people looking at, before they call it quits, I'm looking at, have I try to anything and everything, right? Without selling yourself out. I'm not about people having regrets. You know, I don't want people walking away and looking at, you know what, I could have done this, I should have done this, I could have done, I wish I would have, that type of situation. But if someone is in a, you know, a severely abusive, toxic relationship, then you have to look at, maybe we need to separate before we get help and try to work on this, okay? So I'm all about that aspect. And I'm not one that, oh, you just, you have a hiccup and then we call it quits. No, I'm not about that. I'm about working together, but it only takes so much where you can try and try and try over and over again. And if that person is not willing to do their part or look at how they impact you or affect you, that's not going to make you feel connected at all. That's not going to make you feel important, appreciated. It's not going to make you feel like how they impact you. It's all about what they're going through. And you know what? It's about them. So it's not easy. I know it's heartbreaking. And that's where that's why I do this. You know, I've been doing this, 21 and a half years now. And I'm still about helping others. You know, I care. I give a shit what people go through. And I don't want people in pain, trauma. Heartbreak's the worst. That's why I want to try to heal it. But I also don't want people to have a heartbreak against themselves, if that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, I appreciate the question and comment. And yeah, let me know. Other people join in, throw your questions or comments out below. I want to help as many people as possible. Hey, Scott, I appreciate you joining in, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, throw out your questions out there wherever you're listening, wherever you're viewing from. It's, heartbreak. It's not easy. So going back to what is it that you feel that you need to feel connected to your partner? I mentioned earlier before about, it could be an activity, it could be just Netflix and chill. It could be, watching a movie. It could be taking your kid to the park. Well, not in the winter, right? But it could be my daughter. It was funny. Well, it was cool. My daughter has a 9-month-old daughter, my granddaughter, and it's funny. Took a little baby. They have a baby sled for her. Took her for a sled ride. So it's funny. And, she was laughing, enjoyed it. And she's 9 months old now. So it's funny. It could be about doing a lot of different things. What makes you feel connected? And it doesn't have to be just one thing. It's about being able to talk about it and understand. And again, it doesn't have to match what meets your partner. You could feel connected doing the same thing. Great, awesome. But you could have different things that makes you feel more connected. And that's okay too. It's being able to learn and understand that, okay? So, Jessica, I need active listening, quality time, and acts of service. And, those are good things. But I tell people, and I threw a but in there. I didn't mean to throw the but in there. What I mean is I want people to be more specific, okay? Active listening, quality time. What does that mean? And acts of service. What type of service? I'm all about people being specific. I feel more connected when we're being affectionate with each other. Okay, what does that mean to you? Is it cuddling up? Is it holding each other? Is it talking, about each other's day? That could be affectionate and emotional affection, right? So that's where I want people to go from general to specific, because people have different ideas of what quality time is, right? People have different ideas of acts of service, what romance is, what affection is, what turns each other on, those type of things. So those are the things that I want people to be able to look at, to be specific so we can teach our person, right? Now, if they do it, if they don't do it, we can't control that. The only thing we can do is our part and express it politely, calmly, speak from the heart, speak from the soul, not the anger. And I get it's very difficult. And looking at, if our partner doesn't do it, it hurts. It makes us feel not important, makes us feel not heard, not loved, maybe not desired too, right? It's like a lot of men, I run into this daily, and I ask, when do you ever feel desired or craved by your partner, by your wife, by your girlfriend, okay? In heterosexual relationships, okay? And the guy might say, oh, I never feel desired. And the wife's, what? What do you mean? Because you don't initiate sex. You don't initiate intimacy. You don't just come up and kiss me. It's all on me. If I don't do anything, if I don't initiate any type of affection or, lovemaking, that type of thing, nothing happens. So what do you do to make each other feel connected? And what are you doing to make each other feel loved? And again, it's very, very specific, okay? And I want you to be specific and not generalize. And, I'm going to throw, us men under the bus, so to speak, right? Most men, not all, I don't get into a lot of gender stereotypes, but a lot of men were very literal, right? And, we need to be told specifically what you need, so I need you to do this. And men, ladies, please, in heterosexual relationships or dynamics, we don't read your mind. I tell men, I want you to be able to read your partner when you see, your lady being hurt, upset, mad, to go after it with questions of care and concern, right? And part of it is picking up on body language. We can learn, we can teach ourselves to get better. But ladies, you got to be specific about, hey, I need you to do this. Oh, you should just know. And I'm like, uh-oh, I get you. I understand that. But you have to teach them first. And then, you know what? You might have to throw a reminder in there, whatever. That doesn't mean he doesn't care or doesn't want to. He just might not know what to do, or he does what he thinks works or he should do, but it's opposite of what you need. So you need to be more specific about teaching what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel more connected, what makes you feel desired. And it's not just, it's sexually desired, right? Most of us want to feel all that, but it's also looking at, what specifically makes you feel desired, right? What makes you feel loved, appreciated, connected? Do you need compliments? Do you need affirmations? Do you need flirtatious? Do you need, your booty spanked or a little butt grab, right? Those type of things. So that's where I want people to understand and look at what is happening and what works for you. So I'd love to, someone else. Oh, I need the listening to show its effect daily. If I say I like this, do it more often, except I love it. That's great. I'm all about people being, clear and understanding, not assuming, right? How many people I've heard that come in my office right back here. Yeah, I'm in my office tonight doing the show. They look at, I've been trying to, I've shown her I love her. I show him I love him for 20 years and he still doesn't feel loved. I'm like, and you haven't asked what works? You haven't found out, or not to be a smart ass. Well, I am a smart ass, but I'm also looking at trying to have you asked, have you learned, have you, tried to open up with each other. And a lot of people will ask, hey, what do you need to feel loved? I don't know, right? How many people have run into that? I don't know. And hey, you know what? It's important to me. Can you let me know? Can you think about it? Not that you have to have an answer now, but let me know, because I want to make sure you feel loved. And if you tell your person, right, they ask, hey, do you feel loved? And you're like, no. What can I do to show you that? And you say, I don't know. You got to work on that. You got to find out what you need to feel loved. And going back to the emphasis of the show today about feeling connected, and this is all part of it that, works. And I'm not talking just today. I'm talking, not that you have to do everything 24/7. No, but a lot of people will look at that, we start taking each other for granted and we stop asking, hey, do you feel loved? Do you feel connected to me? How can I love you more? How can I show you I respect you more? I appreciate you more. And a lot of people, you have a kid, 2 kids, life and bills. That's reality. And a lot of times it's not intentional that we take each other for granted. We do. And like I told the last couple tonight, I tell every couple, you need to be intentional so you don't start taking each other for granted. You gotta be intentional so you still show each other you love each other. You are important. Your relationship is a priority. Your marriage is a priority. Your person is a priority. And if that doesn't happen, you're wondering why you're in my office right back here, or one person cheated, one person filed for a divorce, right? I don't want that. And I'm telling, that doesn't excuse someone for cheating or condone it. No, I look at the foundations and I look at what is going on to create those horrific situations. And then people act all desperate, like, oh, all of a sudden, oh, I get it now. They want a divorce, or I can't believe that person cheated. And I'm asking, what caused that? Not condoning, not justifying it, because they didn't feel connected for a long time. They didn't feel loved. They didn't feel heard, listened to. They didn't feel desired. They didn't feel appreciated. Those type of things. So that's why I do the Art of Relationship show about trying to help you so this stuff doesn't happen, okay? And I'm all about preventative, right? I don't want people to face a divorce, a breakup, and I'm looking at what can happen to prevent that. So, real quick, I forgot. Check out my website too, theartofrelationships.org, and I have my courses on sale, 70% off, for real. They're cheap. They're, I think, $37 a piece. Healing from an Affair, 28 Days to Revive Your Relationship, and also I have a premarital one. They're $37 each. They're cheap, and I have hours of content, handouts, assignments you can do. It's what I provide and basically how I help couples in my office. So that'd be a great, and that sale's going on through February 20th, I believe I have it set up for. So it's a very inexpensive way to help you enhance your relationship and going on. Miss Sarah Jones, peace. It's about time you showed up, man. No, I'm teasing. So I want everybody to be able to look. Oh my God, Greg, you're on my. Hey, Sarah, I appreciate you, man. It's been a long time. So, well, not that long. I gotta go into Martin's Coney Island. I'm so freaking happy, dude. I gotta go in. I miss you guys and the crew at Martin's too. So I might have to stop in there for breakfast tomorrow. I gotta. I think I'll be able to. My time been scheduled. I haven't had time to check in. So think about what works for you and, to feel connected, okay? To be able to look at, oh, Greg, you're famous. No, I'm not famous. I guess that's subjective, right? No, I'm not famous. But I look at, I want to help people. I'm all about that. I'm all about helping people have a more connected relationship to be able to help you feel more loved, desired, appreciated, respected, cherished, those type of things. Is it going to happen 24/7? No, but I want you to start asking each other, hey, what can I do to make you feel more connected to me, to us, to our relationship, to our marriage, those type of situations, okay? That's where I want you to be able to start kicking that up and to be able to look at those situations. So, like I said, as a preventative measure, do check-ins now and then. And also, look at what scares you about asking. Or if you say, hey, do you feel loved by me? And if your partner says, no, I don't, will you blow up, get defensive? Will you shut down? Will you start crying? And it because it hurts your feelings? Or will you be able to look at, hey, what can I do to make you feel loved? What can I do to make you feel heard more or better? What can I do to make you feel more cherished, more appreciated? Those type of things, do it on a weekly basis, people. How hard is that? But a lot of people have a hard time and they don't feel connected because they don't feel heard, because their partner will get defensive, or they'll flip the script and it turns into about how they feel instead of how you feel. You get me? Or your partner, right? So if I came to you and I said, hey, I don't feel loved by you lately. I feel like I'm not a priority to you. And it turns into, well, you don't make me feel loved either. You don't make me feel a priority. I can't believe you shouldn't feel that way. And it's like, oh, forget what I just said, right? I don't want that to happen to you. And I look at what would help you hear your partner's truth before. And that is part of emotional connection, right? That's when I talked about when you feel the most connected. Is it when you feel heard? Is it when you feel making sweet love? That you feel cuddled up? Is it kissing each other? Doing an activity, like I said earlier on in the show. But not only that, maybe feeling connected is feeling heard, that you can be open and you can be vulnerable with each other. And I said this last week on last week's episode. One of the key elements to feeling connected is to feel open and vulnerable with your partner, that you can feel safe talking about anything and everything. And it's not easy. Hey, you know what? If I come to you and I have an issue with you, and all of a sudden it's how I feel and it makes how you feel a certain way, and it's all of a sudden flip the script on how you feel instead of staying on how your person feels or how you feel, you're not going to feel safe. You're not going to feel connected. So I'm all about looking at what you can do and talk to each other, right? Bring it up. Hey, what can I do to make you feel more connected emotionally, mentally? What can I do to make you feel more connected physically, sexually? And intimacy, right, could also be emotional, mental, and physical. Everybody talks about intimacy and they go to knocking boots, making sweet love. Hey, Christina. Hey, what's going on? Been a while, man. I appreciate you tuning in too. Everybody tuning in. Hey, Victoria, thank you for joining in, and everybody else. So that's where I look at, ask those questions, right? Don't be afraid to hear your partner's perspective or truth. I don't want you to be ratchety. I don't want you to be mean to each other. I want you to be able to speak from the heart and soul. Hey, I want to feel more connected to you. What can I do? Hey, I've been not feeling love lately. Oh, great. What can I do? I'm sorry, whatever. Instead of, oh my God, I don't feel loved either. I can't believe you. And it goes sideways. Instead of asking each other, what can I do to make you feel more connected to me? What can I do to make you feel more loved? Maybe desired, appreciated. You get me? So those are things to do. Or if your partner comes in, oh, you know what? I feel really bored in a relationship. Oh, yeah, well, screw you. Try in it. No. Hey, what can we do so you don't feel so bored? You get me? What are some things you can do to make that effort? And it's very difficult. There's people out there that are able to say, you know what? That I feel I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm working 2 jobs to try to pay the bill. Kids, all that stuff, okay? It's life. I'm a realist, okay? I tell people I'm not like other professionals in the field that blow smoke up your booties. Not at all. I'm real. I'm legitimate. I'm a realist to be able to look at, what can you do that can improve your relationship or marriage? And it could be little things. Hey, Tara. Hey, appreciate you tuning in too. To be able to look at what is happening that you can improve your relationship, and we get maybe too complacent. We get too lazy. Or as I like to say, maybe you're not lazy, you're just unmotivated, right? Sounds better, but might mean the same thing. But what can I do? And I don't want it to come to the threat that your partner wants to leave you, wants to divorce you. You get me? And it's very difficult. I don't want it to come to those levels. I want you to be able to speak from the heart. And what are you doing to make your partner feel connected so they don't want to leave, so they don't even think about cheating, so they don't think about filing for divorce? I know it's not easy, like I said, but I want you to do your part to be able to share with each other and show your partner that you care, that they feel loved, that they feel heard, that they feel desired by you. But also looking at hearing each other's perspective and truth, and it's not a tit for tat battle. It's not a fight. It's not a competition. It's not a right or wrong. So start promoting that tonight, people, about what makes you feel more connected emotionally, mentally, and physically in your relationship, okay? I am out of breath, like I said earlier, all through the show. I got bags under my eyes. I'm tired. I look like I haven't slept in 3 days. So I want to be able to, again, share my website, theartofrelationships.org. Check it out. I do have the courses 70% off. They're $37 each. They're cheap, okay? And different payment forms are there. Again, healing after an affair. I have 28 days to revive your relationship, and also a premarital early relationship course about trying to help you and stack the deck in your favor so you have a long-lasting, happy, healthy relationship. And like I talked about tonight, about being able to feel, I just read something, I lost my train of thought, to be able to feel connected. Nothing's perfect, whatever. Sarah, laughing my ass off. Greg, what do you mean? You always look like that. It's okay. I always look like I'm tired. I know. Tired, like I haven't slept in freaking 3 days. So check out the website again. Again, I thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very, very flattered, very appreciative that you're taking your valuable time to be able to, view the show. I'm very flattered, very humble. So thank you so much for taking your valuable time and, listening in and watching. Okay. Again, you can check me out all over social media at LoveGuruGreg. And, I appreciate much. Hey, Lisa, one more, tonight, people. Oh, enjoyed the show. All great messages. Lisa, again, many thanks. And I appreciate, all the support I get. Okay. So thanks so much. Peace and love, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. Be safe. And let's keep promoting peace and love out there to the world. Be safe, okay? Bye-bye.